Hello Retro fans, my name is Retromoviegirl and today I'm here with another episode Choose Your Own Story review, and this time it's called, hold on, let me get the title so I don't want to give you all the wrong title. Undying Love. Undying Love is a story of Tammy and Ariel. Tammy and Ariel met in high school. They're two homeschooled kids whose parents, after some begging and pleading, their parents decide to let them attend public high school for the first time, and they make friends in this environment of mean girls and drama, and they have a bucket list of sorts, or things that they want to accomplish at this time, maybe their senior year in high school, and it goes through how they met, and choices do matter for this one. You can customize the main character's name, which I chose Tammy, but you can choose any name you want, and her parents, her best friend, and the twins, Jacob and Daniel, who are the love interests for both characters in the story, are very customizable. But you'll find that it's a lot like Mean Girls in its mentality because of one particular character named Jessica. There's a lot of things that you might expect from Jessica as a character. It really reminds me of Mean Girls, if you're familiar with that movie, but who isn't at this point. It's an iconic movie. It's been turned into a musical at this point. So what I want to say is that choices do matter from the very beginning, and you are to help the two characters, Tammy and Ariel, make it through high school and accomplish the things on their list. But there's like a different dynamic. You're supposed to help them make it through cheerleading squad, which I would advise you, since choices do matter, to not tap on the screen mindlessly during this point, because it's very important. You will get a second chance, but you will have to memorize the routine. You're given multiple choice, so when these choices come up, do not mindlessly tap thinking that you're going to remember. If you have to go through it, like I think I had to go through it like 3 or 6 different times, but it's a very high schoolish type story. But the main thing I want to know from the author is everything with the parents going to be alright? Because it seems like when you get to later parts of the story, there are only 10 episodes at this point, but when you get to later parts of the story, you get to see the family dynamic and what might happen between both sets of parents, Ariel's parents and Tammy's parents. You get to see what their dynamic is like. You get to know the reasons why, kind of, sort of, not really, because the story has just started, so not everything has been fully fleshed out. But I really want to know what's going to happen between the parents in the story, and what is with the twins, Jacob and Daniel. Who's sick? Why are they sick? I have all sorts of questions, and just really want the story to continue, because at the beginning of the story, the author makes clear that this is not the first time that she's written the story. She abandoned the story at some point. I don't know why, but she did apologize for that at the very beginning, at the very start of it. She did apologize for that. I just hope she continues, because I really want to know what happens. Not because I know that the teenage characters have all sorts of drama, and there's relationship dynamics for the two of those for these characters, for these high school characters, which is to be expected because the story does take place in high school, which I understand, but I really want to know what's gonna happen to the parents. And like I said, choices matter, and it's not too far into the story, so you can catch up right now. She hasn't been really specific on how many episodes she's gonna have. She just told me that there'll be maybe 30, but it's tentative at this point because the story has just begun again. But she did make it clear that this is the limelight version. There's obviously another version which is probably locked at this point, but I really enjoy it and really want to know what's going to happen with the parents and who's sick for the twins. Is it some sort of relative? Why did they go to that scary, like, mental type facility in the woods? What's happening? What kind of amnesia or what's going on? I just really want to know. And because the story isn't finished, which I very rarely do these kind of reviews where the story isn't finished, but I really want to know what happens. These are, like I said before, these are two formerly homeschooled kids who really want the experience of high school. I think I saw on an episode of Dr. Phil where a woman said she was homeschooled and could not relate to things like going to prom. I know that homeschool children, they have different programs where you can associate with other homeschool type kids, but the woman in the Dr. Phil piece made it very clear that she felt socially isolated because by the time she got to college where you can really associate with people and the people were talking about prom and things like that, she had no idea and really couldn't relate because she hadn't been to prom at a regular school. She hadn't been to dances or grad nights or anything like that because I guess not being in a regular school setting, you're unable to attend programs like that at a regular school. Even though you can go take tests and do stuff at regular schools, you're not necessarily allowed to attend proms unless you attend that specific school. I believe that's how it works, not really sure. But if anyone knows how that works, please correct me in the comments. Anyway, I just really want to know what happens with these kids and with their, specifically with their parents, and what happens with the twins, and just really what the overall vibe of the story is going to be. I know that you're given two love interests, one for Tammy, one for Ariel. What's going to happen? And is Jessica going to get her comeuppance in some sort of way? Because I know they insult her, and I know things happen to her, which I can't really say because the author doesn't really want me to say a lot because we've discussed this on Instagram through the chat function, and she doesn't really want me to say a lot, but all I can say is that it's 10 episodes long. It takes place in high school, and it's two formerly homeschool girls who really want the high school experience for the first time, like going out, going on dates, going to parties, going to prom. They want all these normal experiences that everybody else gets to have. I can't wait to see what happens, and I'd like to thank the author very much for letting me do this review, and I will put her Instagram handle at the end of this video, and I wish her luck, and I deeply wish that she continues the story and doesn't leave us lagging behind, because I really want to know what happens with the twins and which relative is sick and everything like that. So hopefully we'll get to hear more from this story, and I'll talk to you very soon in my very next review or whatever video I make. And thank you so much for watching, and please go ahead and subscribe and comment on this video, and I'll talk to you in my very next one. Bye.